The International Criminal Court, or ICC, plays a crucial role in prosecuting individuals for crimes like genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. Recently, the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte in Hong Kong by the ICC has sparked a wave of reactions. Arrest procedures for a former president differ significantly from those for a normal convicted criminal. The process involves international law and diplomatic considerations. The ICC's investigation into Duterte's actions during his presidency has been controversial, with both pro- and anti-Duterte factions voicing strong opinions. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has jurisdictional limits and cannot override the ICC's mandate. However, it plays a vital role in interpreting and applying domestic law. As the world watches, the importance of understanding one's rights becomes even more evident. In times of legal uncertainty, knowledge is power. Understanding Duterte's legal rights is crucial. First up, Duterte has the right to remain silent. Anything he says can and will be used against him in a court of law. Remember that iconic line from every cop show ever? It's not just a catchy phrase, it's the law. Duterte doesn't have to answer any questions without a lawyer present. Next, he has the right to an attorney. If he can't afford one, the government must provide one for him. Think of lawyers as his legal wingmen. They're there to navigate the complexities of the legal system and ensure his rights are protected. And here's a big one. Duterte has the right to know why he's being arrested. The police can't just snatch him off the street without probable cause. They need to have a valid reason for detaining him. Now, let's talk about the role of the International Criminal Court, or ICC. The ICC handles cases of serious international crimes like genocide and crimes against humanity. Arrest procedures for a former president like Duterte differ significantly from those of a normal convicted criminal. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has jurisdictional limits and cannot override international mandates. This means that while the Supreme Court can rule on domestic matters, it must respect the jurisdiction of international bodies like the ICC. Understanding these differences is crucial in navigating the legal landscape surrounding Duterte's case. It's your shield. Know how to use it. Your rights are like a shield, protecting you from injustice and unfair treatment. Now let's talk about due process. This is a fundamental aspect of our legal system. It sounds like legal jargon, but it's actually a simple concept. It's about fairness and justice. Due process basically means you have the right to a fair shake. It's your guarantee of fair treatment. It's the principle that the government has to follow certain rules and procedures before they can take away your freedom or property. This ensures that no one is above the law. This means you have the right to a fair trial, with all the protections that come with it, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, which is a cornerstone of our justice system, and the right to confront your accusers. This ensures transparency and accountability. One famous example of due process in action is the case of Duterte. This case serves as a powerful reminder of how due process protects individual rights. This landmark case highlighted the importance of following legal procedures and ensuring that everyone's rights are respected, which is crucial for maintaining justice and fairness in our society. You know, the whole "you have the right to remain silent" spiel, it's a vital part of protecting individual freedoms. That's due process in action. It's your shield, so make sure you know how to use it effectively. The International Criminal Court, or ICC, plays a crucial role in upholding justice on a global scale. It prosecutes individuals for crimes like genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. Arrest procedures differ significantly between a normal convicted criminal and a former president. While a regular criminal might be arrested by local law enforcement, a former president's arrest often involves complex legal and diplomatic considerations. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has jurisdictional limits. It primarily handles cases involving constitutional issues, but it does not have the authority to prosecute international crimes, which falls under the ICC's purview. Understanding these distinctions is vital for grasping the broader landscape of legal protections and the mechanisms in place to uphold justice. So, whether it's due process at home or international justice abroad, it's your shield. Know how to use it effectively. Keep a cool head and assert yourself. So, what should you do if you find yourself on the wrong side of the law? It's a situation no one wants to be in, but knowing how to handle it can make all the difference. First and foremost, stay calm. Take deep breaths and try to keep your emotions in check. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're feeling stressed or anxious, But panicking won't help your case. It can actually make things worse. Second, be polite but assertive. Use a calm and respectful tone. You have the right to ask why you're being detained, and it's important to know the reason, and to see a warrant if one exists. This is your legal right. But remember, arguing with the police at the scene is never a good idea. It can escalate the situation. Third, if you believe your rights are being violated, don't hesitate to speak up. Document everything. This includes writing down the names of the officers involved, the time and location of the arrest, and any other relevant details. These details can be crucial later on, and when in doubt, always ask for a lawyer. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding your rights is the first step towards protecting yourself and ensuring that justice is served. Stay informed and stay safe. Just like Duterte, who maintained his composure under legal scrutiny, you too can navigate these situations with confidence. The International Criminal Court, or ICC, plays a crucial role in handling cases that transcend national borders, especially those involving crimes against humanity. Unlike a typical criminal arrest, the procedures for arresting a former president involve complex legal and diplomatic considerations. The Supreme Court of the Philippines, while powerful, has jurisdictional limits. It cannot override international mandates or the rulings of the ICC. Understanding these differences is key to comprehending the broader scope of legal authority and the interplay between national and international law. Stay informed, know your rights, and navigate the legal landscape with confidence. The Duterte Dilemma. Recently, the news broke out about the alleged arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte in Hong Kong by the International Criminal Court. This incident has sent shockwaves through both pro- and anti-Duterte groups. But what led to this moment? The ICC had been investigating Duterte for alleged human rights violations during his controversial war on drugs. After thorough scrutiny, the Quadcom, a special investigative body, found substantial evidence that warranted his arrest. The charges are serious, involving numerous alleged extrajudicial killings and other human rights abuses. Reactions have been mixed. Pro-Duterte supporters argue that this is a politically motivated move, accusing the ICC of overstepping its bounds. They claim that Duterte's actions were necessary to combat the rampant drug problem in the Philippines and that he was merely protecting his country. On the other hand, anti-Duterte groups see this as long overdue justice. They believe that Duterte's heavy-handed tactics have caused immense suffering and that he should be held accountable for his actions. For them, this arrest is a step towards justice for the victims and their families. So, how does one rationalize this complex situation? It's crucial to understand that international law aims to protect human rights and ensure that leaders are held accountable for their actions. The arrest of a former president is not taken lightly and is based on extensive investigations and evidence. As we navigate these turbulent waters, it's essential to remember the principles of justice and fairness. Whether you support or oppose Duterte, understanding the legal framework and the evidence at hand is key to forming a well-rounded perspective. Stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, stay engaged in the pursuit of justice. The Duterte case serves as a reminder of the importance of due process and the rule of law in addressing allegations of human rights abuses. It also highlights the role of international bodies in holding leaders accountable, ensuring that justice transcends borders. Reflecting on this case, we must consider the broader implications for global justice and the protection of human rights. The Duterte dilemma is not just about one man, it's about the collective responsibility to uphold justice and human dignity worldwide. The role of the ICC is pivotal in ensuring that leaders are held accountable for their actions, transcending national boundaries to uphold international law. Arrest procedures for a former president differ significantly from those of a normal convicted criminal, involving extensive legal scrutiny and international cooperation. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has jurisdictional limits and cannot override international mandates, highlighting the complexity of such high-profile cases. Understanding these nuances is crucial for a comprehensive view of justice and accountability in the global arena.